Սիրելի բարեկամներ, այս օրերին Նյու Յորքում է գտնվում աշխարհահռչակ երգիչ երգահան Շարլ Ազնավուրը։ Նա պրես կոնֆերանս ունեցավ մի շարք լրատվամիջոցների հետ։ Մենք նույնպես հարցազրույց ունեցանք Շարլ Ազնավուրի հետ, որը սիրով ուզում եմ ներկայացնել ձեր ուշադրությանը։
The world-renowned singer Charles Aznavour was in New York ahead of his concerts in the city and held a press conference for journalists gathered from all over the world. To the question about Aznavour's current project, he answered.
I stopped for approximately 50 years, writing only for me, and now that I'm going to sing less, I'm going to write more, much more. I'm writing many different things, for example, short plays, you know, with songs for one person on stage, and that's going to be, well, like that I can go until 120, you see, the age.
Պարոն Ազնավուր, որ հայ կոմպոզորներն են ազդեցություն ունեցել ձեր ստեղծագործությունների վրա?
The composers I prefer now in music are Armenian or half Armenian. I can put on top Georges Garbarens and Michel Legrand.
As someone who was involved in Armenian foreign politics, are you optimistic that we can achieve full recognition of Armenian genocide worldwide?
First of all, I'm the one who have said something which didn't please really the Armenians. I said I don't want to hear anymore the word genocide, because that pushed us back. Let the Turk find the word. They can find it, the word. That one first. In Les Nouvelles d'Arménie, which is a magazine, I wrote a long article about the fact that I don't want to hear that. And another thing, I don't want to ask territories who's going to go there. It's enormous. And since a long time, Germany doesn't ask for Alsace and Lorraine. See, if we want to be modern, it's time to abandon some things. Of course, it's painful, but anyway, we have to do it. To have the Turks with us. I always did see the Turkish people. I was with two different ambassadors of Turkey in UNESCO 3 days ago, and I ask you, I tell them the same thing. You have to help me. Helping me, you helping you. Very important. And first, I want pas d'obstacle to the fact that I want work on Annie in Turkey, because it's our past. We have to add that it's part of our culture. So I believe I'm going to succeed one of these days. It's not easy, but because I'm loved by the Turkish people, my songs are not anymore banned on the air. So I'm taking advantage of that to say things which are going to be very important. We can't refuse what they're refusing. We have to open the door and let them come in. So I'm very optimistic. Who's next?
To the question as to where he finds his source of inspiration to continue creating and writing songs, he replied.
From all of you, I steal what I can hear and see. A writer is that. It's not I don't have the imagination of Ray Bradbury, who wrote about the future. So my first reservoir is the past, and the second one is what I hear and what I can capture from everybody in the street and around me.
Ձեր հայ ըլլալը որքանով ներգործած է ձեզ վրա որպես արտիստ եւ որպես անհատականություն?
Are very much French than Armenian. I know more about the French than Armenian. For example, I do not read and write in Armenian. I can sing the national anthem Armenian. I don't know the prayers in Armenian. I know the prayers in French. I know the French. I'm French. I'm born in Paris. All my study has been French. All the literature I love is French. So, but I haven't forgotten that my roots is Armenian, and of course, if anything I can do for my first patrie, I do it. But I pretend that above all, I'm half and half. When you go to the restaurant and you ask to have coffee with milk, once the milk in it, you can't separate the coffee from the milk. So I'm that, café crème.
Այնատեն ինչու համաձայնեցաք լալ Հայաստանի դեսպանը Շվեյցարիայի մեջ?
I think the president has been very shrewd. He knew that I was more important as an image than as a politic, which is true. And my personality can help because I can doors that it's not easy to open, even where facing the people that we have a problem with. I can open many doors. I'm very special ambassador. I'm the only one who sings, and the only one who haven't had any university or lycée, very small, who's a self-made madman. I'm the only one. And that makes me different.
The question if he had any relatives in Armenia or somewhere else abroad, Mr. Aznavour said,
I might have about 4 or 5 real one and 250 who pretend being my cousins. That's, it's not easy. It's not easy to find which one is the real one, which one is the liar or the lover. Especially in Georgia, not in Armenia. I think the Georgians are better liars than the Armenians. In Georgia, I found the real one.
Thank you.
And I found it because his name was not Aznavour. It was Sujian. And that was the name of my grandfather, their grandmother.
Դուք վերջերս շատ քրիտիկ ըրիք Հայաստանի քաղաքական կյանքը եւ corruption. Կմնաք նույն կարծիքին, ինչ է ձեր կարծիքը?
C'est pour Betchkover adiga makrevi. Կարծիքը c'est որ անհայերը որ Հայաստանի մեջ չեն, անհայերը որ իսլամ ըրածեն, որ ցիրուցան են դեր զորին անդեղը իսլամը չուզեր իրենք հայերն չեն ուզեր հայեն մենք երկիր ունենք այդ երկիրը ուր երկիր կա ամեն ինչ կա մինակ կաթոլիկ եւ բան չկա պետք է ունենանք
Եվ կմտածեք թե օգտակարը լալ Հայաստանին
այո հարգով հայերը գրբանին մեջ զագա դրամ չեն դար քանի մը հարուստ կա որ գտան ադուրիշ բան բայց մյուսները $5 ամսական չեն դար
To the question of what advice he would give to younger musicians, he answered,
No advice. I hate that. I hate the people who say, in my time, it's not your time, it's their time, so shut up. This is exactly what I think.
To the question how many Russian gypsy songs does he still sing, Mr. Aznavour said,
1. 1. But the man who wrote the song was Armenian, the music. He was Sacha Makaryan. Sacha Makarov is not folklore. The song has been written during the time the Russians were in Paris, in the beginning of that century. That was part of the repertoire of my father. I stole it from my father, but I changed the lyric totally, apart from one part, 2 lines, and the chorus. It's a beautiful music.
This concert is advertised as farewell tour. Are you planning on retiring from performing?
Every day is a farewell tour, because the farewell tour is always the best. You give the best of yourself because of the last one,
To the question of what is the most important thing in his life, Mr. Aznavour said,
toute la mémoire avec ma famille, everything I had with my family, and of course in my work. My work is very important for me. I work a lot, every day and often at night time. Some people they try to make money. I try to have time. That's the difference between them and me.
To the final question of why he still loves touring, while many people in his age prefer a quiet and stress-free life, Mr. Aznavour replied,
Because I love to live.